So Jack, you've got a good question as well.
Who's your most feared opponent and why?
Well, I really don't fear anybody out there on the tennis court. I respect my opponents, but I don't fear anyone, because if I went in there fearing somebody, then I'd probably end up losing the match before it even started. So whenever I go out there, I believe I can win.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome to Tape Dancing, episode 8.
Tape dancing. Tape dancing.
Tape dancing.
Tape dancing. Betamax.
VHS. Cassette.
Tape dancing.
Tape dancing.
And now, the co-presenter of 1998 CBBC's Linford Christie's Record Breakers. Give him a big hand. It's your host. It's Jack Latimer.
Oh, those ruddy leprechauns. Good times. Hi, my name's Jack Latimer. Welcome to Tape Dancing, episode 8. Here at Tape Dancing, we have fans of the show who are musical producers. They make music on their computers, and which rhymes just like music. So that works. So we're kicking off this week with The Art of Mixing by David Gibson, which is 3.5 hours of how to visually mix music. We've condensed it to a few minutes. If you do want to buy the box set, it's $89.95, which is reasonable for, the amount that you're going to get in this box. It's 3.5 hours, guys. So here's David Gibson with The Art of Mixing.
Hi, my name is David Gibson. I know everything about recording. I've been doing it since the beginning of time. Of course, this isn't true. No one knows everything about recording. I'm here to help you do the most difficult job of all, to make art out of technology.
Wow, did you hear what he said?
Yeah. You know, I know what I like, but I never know how to get it when I'm in the studio.
I had a good mix once, but I can never remember how I did it.
Perspective. Wonderful. Finally, a perspective on everything that goes into recording and mixing.
The ranges of control that an engineer has are the same as those of the sculptor. Both are working in 3 dimensions.
I like it when I can see what's happening.
Wow. The colors are great. This is the way learning should be.
It's never going to come further right than the right speaker, right? Now, if we pan it to the left, you can hear the sound pan from left to right and from right to left, like that. Now, we're not talking about reality here. Now, we're not talking about reality here, because you see, there's actually no sound between the speakers. The reality is, the sound comes out of the speakers in waves, travels through the molecules into the room. It's just a figment of your imagination, like an audio-optical illusion. Also, you know when you hear a sound in the middle of your head when listening to headphones? Well, there's no sound there. Your brain's there. Cool. Another reason, though, is that we've got a low-frequency resonator here, boosting the low frequencies, and we've got a high-frequency resonator here, boosting the high frequencies. visual imagery, spiritual connotations, and cultural connotations.
So it's all about relationships.
Fascinating stuff there from David Gibson. Thank you, David Gibson. Now we're going to go to part 2 of the making of tape dancing. Part 2. Ooh, it's the good stuff. Barbados video? Ah, thank goodness. It's Mac Mackier.
Who's Mac Mackier?
Oh, you'll have to watch the show. He's an African singer. It's always worth checking these, because they might be old, you never know. Not today. It's open. Oh, those ruddy Orthodox Jews always disturbing me on kids' bikes whilst I'm looking for videotapes. You're watching Tape Dancing. It's time for a cassette now. 100 sexy belly laughs from Bawdy British Limericks.
There was a young man from Madras whose balls were constructed of brass. When jangled together, they played stormy weather and lightning shot out of his arse.
A certain young sailor from Brighton remarked to his girl, "You've a Titan." She replied, "Oh, my soul, you're at the wrong hole. There's plenty of room in the Brighton." The dirty old Bishop of Birmingham touched up young girls while confirming them. Mid thunderous applause, he would whip down their drawers and pump his episcopal sperm in them.
Oh.
There was a young lady of Twickenham who thought men had not enough prickenham.
Oh.
On her knees every day, to God she would say, "Please lengthen and strengthen and thicken 'em." There was a young priest from Madrid who looked with lewd eyes on a kid. He said, "With great joy I could bugger that boy, I'll be damned if I don't." And he did.
Oh. Who made this? Sorry. Made in Surrey.
There was a young fellow from Harrow whose John was the size of a marrow. He said to his tart, "How's this for a start? My balls are outside in a barrow."
Should we car boot that one? That shouldn't go back in the archives. That's horrible.
There was a young fellow of Perth whose balls were the finest on earth.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
There was a fat lady of China who'd a really enormous vagina.
Stop it! Stop. Fortunately, that's the end of the episode. So we'll see you next episode of Tape Dancing.
I was highly sceptical, because coming from a city background where if something's too good to be true it normally is, I was looking for the catch. But I looked at it up and down, inside out, every which way, and I just couldn't find anything wrong, and I suddenly thought, this is an incredible concept.